Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something really exciting, building an AI agent that doesn't just chat, but actually does things for you. We're going to build a multi-tool assistant using LangChain that can browse the web, search through documents using a vector database, and even solve complex math problems. And the best part? It decides which tool to use all by itself. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to create intelligent agents that can handle tool selection, manage errors gracefully, and stay within safe boundaries. So hit that like button and let's get started. So what exactly is a LangChain agent? Think of it as an AI brain that can use different tools, kind of like how you switch between apps on your phone. Traditional chatbots just respond to text, but agents, they can reason about what tool they need, use that tool, see the result, and decide what to do next. It's a reasoning loop that continues until the task is complete. Here's the key difference. A regular LLM call is one and done. You ask, it answers. But an agent creates a plan, executes steps, and adapts based on results. It's like the difference between asking someone for directions versus having a GPS that recalculates your route. A LangChain agent has three core components: the LLM brain that makes decisions, the tools it can use, and the agent executor that manages the whole process. Simple concept, but incredibly powerful. All right, let's get our hands dirty. First, we need to install the necessary packages. You'll need LangChain, an LLM provider like OpenAI, and some additional tools. Open your terminal and run these commands. Don't forget to set up your API keys. Create a .env file and add your OpenAI API key. Never hardcode your keys in the script. Now, let's import everything we'll need. I'll put all the import statements on screen so you can pause and copy them. Our first tool is web search. This lets our agent look up current information on the internet. We'll use DuckDuckGo because it doesn't require an API key. Notice this description? This is crucial. It's how the agent knows when to use this tool. Be specific but concise. Perfect. It will now pull real-time information. Now our agent can stay up to date with current events. Next up, a vector database. This is where things get interesting. Vector databases let us search through documents by meaning, not just keywords. Imagine converting every sentence into a point in space. Similar meanings cluster together. That's vector embeddings in a nutshell. We'll use ChromaDB for this. First, let's create some sample documents about Python programming. Here's what's happening. We're taking text documents, splitting them into chunks, converting them to numerical vectors using embeddings, and storing them in ChromaDB. Now our agent can search through our knowledge base intelligently. Tool number 3, a calculator for complex math operations. LLMs are notoriously bad at math, so let's give our agent a real calculator. Notice we're using numExpress. This safely evaluates expressions without the security risks of Python's eval function. Always think about security. Now comes the magic moment, assembling everything into an intelligent agent. Let's break this down. We're using GPT-4 as the brain. You can use GPT 3.5 to save costs. The temperature is 0 for more predictable behavior. Verbose equals true lets us see the agent's thinking process. Max iterations prevents infinite loops, critical for production. Time to test our agent in action. I'll give you 3 different types of tasks that you can test yourself. First, a question requiring current information. The agent should be able to recognize that it needs current information, chooses the web search tool, gets results, and formulates an answer. Next, a question about our knowledge base document. The agent should choose the knowledge base tool because it recognized this as a Python concept question. The description we wrote earlier is guiding these decisions. Finally, a calculation. It should identify the math operation and use the calculator tool. Now, things don't always go perfectly. Let's talk about handling errors gracefully. Common issues include malformed tool inputs, API rate limits, and parsing errors. Handle parsing errors equals true is your first line of defense. This retry wrapper ensures temporary failures don't break your application. Guardrails are critical. You don't want your agent doing something dangerous or unauthorized. We're implementing 3 layers: content filtering for dangerous requests, token tracking to monitor usage, and cost limits to prevent runaway expenses. You can also add restrictions at the tool level. This is defense in depth. Let's level up with some advanced patterns that'll make your agent production ready. Memory lets your agent maintain context across multiple interactions, essential for chatbot applications. Creating custom tools is straightforward. Just inherit from base tool and implement the _run method. For even better performance, you can enable parallel tool execution for independent operations. Before we wrap up, here are the best practices I wish I knew when I started. 1. Write crystal clear tool descriptions. The agent's decision quality depends on this. 2. Always set max iterations. Infinite loops will drain your API budget fast. 3. Use cheaper models for tool selection, expensive models for complex reasoning. You can mix GPT 3.5 and GPT 4. 4. Cache embeddings in frequently accessed data. Vector operations can be expensive. 5. Test with edge cases. What happens if a tool fails? What if the query is ambiguous? Think like a QA engineer. And that's it. You now know how to build a multi-tool agent with LangChain that can browse the web, search documents, and perform calculations. We covered agent architecture, tool creation, error handling, guardrails, and best practices. That's a complete foundation for building production-grade agents. If you want to see more advanced tutorials, maybe adding a SQL database tool or building a multi-agent system, let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. If you learned something new, smash that like button and subscribe for more AI development tutorials. I'll see you in the next one.